Alright guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel where I talk about real estate to help out these new home buyers and as well as people who are hopping into the real estate world. So today we're going to talk about inspection period, but in order to understand the inspection period, you have to understand from start to finish how the contract goes. First thing, your contract is accepted. Then you go into what's called the inspection period. This is the time where you're allowed to have your inspection done. You want it done as soon as possible because in this time, this is also your negotiation period where you're able to negotiate the terms of your contract. Once the inspection is done, if it comes back with anything that is wrong, then you are able to fight for that, ask for money back. And in the state of Florida, we do what's called as-is contract, meaning your contract is as is. The home comes as is. The sellers are not required to fix anything. Now, what they can do is give you what's called credit to the buyer. Now, with credit to the buyer, this is going to come at your closing costs. So they're going to give you money towards whatever things are messed up with the property if you decide to continue on with the contract. The also great thing about the inspection period is the inspection period allows you to leave the contract if you see that the house is no longer fit to serve your needs. Let's, for example, broken roof, leaky faucets, things like mold that you don't want to take care of and you don't want to get credit to the buyer. Or maybe you just saw like another house and you're like, you know what, I really want to put an offer on that one and I'm not so much interested in this. When you put in your inspection period, within 2 to 3 days is your escrow. Your escrow is your earnest money. That is saying to the seller, hey, I really love this property and I love it so much that I'm willing to give a certain percentage of the purchase price to you to hold on to. Now, don't get it confused. The sellers don't even touch the money. This goes into what's called the title company. The title company is a hold company. They're going to hold that money and they're going to start doing the title background search once their inspection period ends. Now, with your background search, this is going to consist of making sure there's no liens on the house, making sure that the property is in the actual seller's name. There's no one claiming rights to the home or anything like that. There's a lot of things that go into it. I'm not title, so I can't tell you every little aspect of it. However, I'm a realtor, so I do understand and I ask a lot of questions because I want to know what takes so long once the contract is approved to clear to close. That's the word that you want to hear the most, is clear to close. But first, the inspection has to get done. If you're buying cash, you can waive your inspection. I don't advise it. It's usually anywhere between $350 to $600 just to make sure that your property is sound. I would absolutely suggest always doing your inspection unless it's already been done and then your seller is going to give you the report. That's if you have a really good listing agent who, like myself, I just closed on a property and she was like, hey, listen, it's already been done. We'll be able to just give this to you so you have it. And that way we can speed this process along. Generally, every contract is between 30 to 45 days. Some of them vary even longer depending on the status of the sellers, if they're moving out right away, if they've already vacant the property, and what's their need to sell. So their urgency. So that's pretty much what you need to know about inspections. Make sure that you always advise your client, or if you are the client, that an inspection period is very needed. I do 7 to 10 days. I think that's a very fair amount. And also in your contract, you're going to write this in. And sometimes if the sellers are very urgent to sell, they might want you to have a lower inspection period. But as long as you're able to get it done the next day. So if you're in Orlando, I actually have really great inspectors who I got mine done the very next day. Actually the same day that I called. So he went, did the inspection, everything turned out perfect. We have no complaints. We have no necessity to ask for any money back. So stay tuned for our next episode where I'm going to give you more information as to what's going on in the real estate market, or just little tidbits about information that happens on the contract, what us realtors go through every single day of being a realtor, and things like that. So thank you for your time. Hope you really appreciate this. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.